We've got him. We finally got him.
Can we be sure this is the same perp?
I would bet my badge on it. He picked a bank within 2 blocks of the interstate, and they say he got out of a white van. He parked his white van in a no parking zone right in front of the bank.
You mean the telephone company truck in front of the bank?
Yes, that's his M.O. Talk to me, people. How are we doing on the roadblock and the traffic light control?
How do you know which road to block?
We're good to go. Keep your patrol cars out of sight until after the perp passes 2nd Avenue. If he follows his M.O., he'll be out of the bank in less than 2 minutes. Then he's coming your way. And remember, he's armed and dangerous.
You're only putting up one roadblock?
I know this guy like I know my own mother. When he comes out of the bank, he's going to make his getaway in the white van, and he's going to take the most direct route to the interstate. As soon as he turns onto the on-ramp, we've got him. There he is. He's coming out of the bank.
Perp is coming out of the bank.
He got into the van.
Perp is now in the white telephone company van.
He's driving east on 8th Street toward the interstate.
He's driving east on 8th Street toward the interstate.
Stop all cross traffic on 2nd Avenue.
Stop all cross traffic on 2nd Avenue.
Do I know this guy or what?
It's like you wrote the script for him. Did they stop the cross traffic on 2nd Avenue as you planned?
Just like I planned. He'll be up to full speed when he turns onto the on-ramp, and his momentum will carry him right into our trap. He just turned on to the on-ramp.
Perp is entering the on-ramp. All units converge on the roadblock.
I lost sight of him. Talk to me, people.
Did they get him?
Turn 4. Perp gave out without a struggle. Code 4. Yeah! We got a bank robber.
You know, I'm not so sure you ought to send this perp to jail.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, you knew exactly what this guy was going to do before he did it. You even knew what bank he was going to hit next. I think his lawyer could make the case that because you knew in advance what he was going to do, he didn't have any choice.
You're kidding, right?
Well, at the very least, you could have planted cops in the bank and arrested him before he committed a felony. Some might say that by letting him do something that you knew he would do, that you are responsible for his crime.
Oh, this is not about a guy who robbed 15 banks. This is about our discussion on religion.
Doesn't your vantage point here give you a little insight into God's omniscience?
Omniscience. That's God's ability to know the future.
Yes. You said that if God knew the future, it's the same as controlling the future. Do you still believe that?
Yes. No. Yes. Actually, I'm not sure anymore.
But what about the perp? Did he really have a choice in the matter?
Well, sure. Just because he's predictable doesn't mean he didn't have any choice in the matter. He really chose to use the same M.O. every time. Now that I think about it, God probably knows his perps even better than I know mine, and I guess that's the problem.
What's that?
God knows his perps so well that he knows them better than they know themselves. In fact, he knows them so well, it looks like he's pulling the strings.
So, do you still think God controls the future?
Well, sort of. Up here on the roof of this office building, I'm in the same kind of position as God. I know what this guy is going to do next by what he's done in the past.
But you could have posted armed policemen in the bank and prevented the robbery. Yet you chose to let him break the law.
I did, didn't I? But I had good reason to do it that way. There were innocent civilians in the bank. Somebody could have gotten hurt.
Well then, you could have trapped him at 2nd Avenue. Some people down on the street might think it looked like the cops were aiding and abetting the perp by stopping the cross traffic.
I don't really believe that, do you?
Are you saying that there might be good reason for God to allow evil to happen?
I hate it when you're right all the time.
Just like you. God has to look out for the big picture.
We have no idea what the big picture is from his point of view, do we?
I know I don't.
Uh-oh. My pager just went off. The chief of police wants to see me. Ooh, I think I smell a promotion.
I predicted that. Does that mean he had no choice?
Based on a play by Bob Snook, Conditions for Use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from the performance. You may reproduce and distribute this freely, but all copies must contain this statement.